Okay, in this video I'm going to be going over UFC Fight Night Moreno versus Albazi's main card. So, the entire fight card in general was really bad. It was very boring. Almost, so there's one knockout, very good knockout. The one knockout on the card was actually sick. And we'll get to it because it was on the main card. But overall, there's a couple submissions, but everything was mostly boring as shit. It was very lackluster. Derek Lewis falling out of this card really put a big dent in the excitement factor. And it did not give me what I thought. I mean, it was a pretty good card on paper, as Anthony Smith would say. But it turned out to not be a good card entertainment-wise whatsoever. But we'll get into it. We'll start it off with Mike Mallet versus Trevin Giles. I went with Mike Mallet. I thought he was going to be able to out-technique Trevin Giles. And he did pretty good against Neil Magny, so he'll do probably pretty good against Trevin Giles. And yes, Mike Mallet did good. He took a way different approach. He didn't take any chances at all. He pretty much distance outstruck Trevin Giles for all 3 rounds and won the fight via decision. He had him rocked at one point, did not go for the finish whatsoever. He even said in his post-fight interview he really wanted to coast and just win by decision, which is okay career-wise, but as a fan, I'm not a fan of him, but as a potential fan, that's not great to hear. But he got the win. I'm glad I predicted that right. Cool for him. He outstruck Trevin Giles and just out-techniqued him. Trevin Giles is bad. Next, Marc-Andre Barriault versus Dustin Solsfus. So I picked Marc-Andre Barriault. I was wrong. Dustin Stoltzfus dominated this fight. Marc-Andre slipped and fell, and Dustin got on him in the first. Stayed on top for majority of the round. At a certain point, Marc-Andre got up and started just throwing. Like, he's completely exhausted, and he's just throwing, like, punches that are just horrible. So Dustin starts throwing back. But Marc-Andre had no heat on his, and Dustin had a lot of heat in a tight right hook that clipped him right on the chin and put Marc-Andre Barriault out cold bad and was sick and the only fun thing to watch on this entire card. And yeah, Dustin Solsfus knocks out Marc-Andre out cold, and it was sick, but I got my pick wrong. But who cares? That fight doesn't matter anyway, and it was a pretty cool finish. Next, Ariana Lipski versus Jasmine Jasudavicius. I didn't predict this one because it was a fill-in for Derek Lewis. But Jasmine Jasudavicius won clearly. Well, she won clearly because she submitted her. The better grappling, better all-around fighter, better striking. I wasn't super paying attention, to be honest, but Jasmine dominated grappling-wise, dominated striking-wise, dominated all around, and got this done via submission in the third at 2 minutes, 28 seconds. Next, Kyle Machado versus Brenson Ribeiro. So I picked Brenson Ribeiro. He got it done. I actually didn't do too bad on picks. I thought I did way worse than I thought. But I picked Brenson Ribeiro. This fight was so bad. It was funny to watch because they're just throwing like stupid idiots. They were throwing winging shit the whole fight. That was just like so ugly. It was the worst form striking I've ever seen in my life. Both of them are just throwing like, I don't want to say the word, but just horrible technique. But it was fun. At some points, it was just so like they would clip each other and go, "Oh shit, that was big." But no, there's no technique behind anything. They didn't put each other down. I don't think they rocked each other at all either. They just winged punches at each other for all 3 rounds. Brenton Ribeiro landed a little bit cleaner. I definitely thought he won the decision. But I'm pretty sure it was a split, which was weird because I thought Ribeiro won pretty clearly. But yeah, shit, they were both doing the exact same thing. As a judge, I'd be like, I don't even know what's going on. It was barely a fight. It was like a street, like, wasn't even a street fight. I don't even know what it was. It was just them winging shit. And Brent Romero did a little bit better, I guess. They would wing it, and then they'd duck, and then wing, and then duck. So it was just people ducking and winging punches over each other's backs. It was so dumb. But Brent Romero got it done, as I predicted. And, yeah. Next, Erin Blanchfield versus Rose Namajunas. So I went with Rose. That's where my picks went shitty. Okay. Yeah, I picked Rose Namajunas. I thought she was going to be able to keep it standing and outbox the shit out of Erin Blanchfield, who has no striking. I was wrong. Erin Blanchfield had better wrestling, had a lot better grappling than Rose, and dominated in the grappling department. But it was 2-2 going into the fifth, in my opinion. But Erin definitely got the fifth round by smothering Rose with her grappling. And that was pretty much the story of how Erin won, was via grappling. Better than Rose. So, yeah. That's how that fight went. Erin wins via decision. Just dominated the grappling. And Rose won on the feet, but it wasn't enough because she couldn't defend a takedown. So, yeah. That's how that went. 5 rounds of boringness. So, next. Brandon Moreno versus Amir Albazi. Okay, I picked Brandon Moreno and he got it done. Let's go. I don't like either of them. I'm a kind of a Brandon Moreno disliker. Believe it or not. I don't like the way he just looks weird. I don't like him. He's just a weird guy. I don't dig his quirks and his dealio. I don't hate him or anything, but I just don't like the way he carries himself. But I hate Amir Albazi a lot more. At least Brandon Moreno's fun. But down to the fight. Brandon Moreno got it done by decision. Let's go. Good pick from me. Was able to outstrike Amir Albazi. Clearly. Better striking by a mile. Would have rocked Amir Albazi in like every round, but could never finish him. Because he would Brandon Moreno would rock Amir Albazi. Clearly rocked, clearly dazed as shit. Just walking on the outside, and Brandon Moreno would just like do his dumb smirk and then like shoulder roll walk at him. And then Amir would move on the outside and he would just shoulder walk at him until he was fully recovered, and then he'd start throwing again. I don't know why, but that's how that kind of went for every round. He beat him on the striking. Amir could not take him down. Brandon has great scrambles. Fucking slick scrambling. That is what I will give him. Very, very good scrambling. Very impressive. Amir had nothing. Pretty much nothing for him. His confidence was out I don't know how Amir Albazi, I don't know what was going through his mind before this. Obviously at the disadvantage, and if he couldn't grapple Brandon Moreno, he had literally nothing for him. So yeah, Brandon Moreno, all 5 rounds, outstruck the shit out of him. Beat him up for all 5. I thought he won all 5. Outstruck him 132-63. Amir got 1 takedown, but Brandon got up instantly. And yeah, Brandon Moreno remains the kind of good flyweight contender. So he'll probably fight Tetsuro Taira next. That's actually a sick fight. I'll go Taira. Ha 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 ha. I don't know. Brandon Moreno's... I want Taira to win, but Brandon Moreno's scrambling is fucking good. But is it... it's good. It's great. We'll see. We'll see what Taira does to improve. But after that Royval thing, Taira needs to really work on his striking. Or his head movement, at least. But yeah. Brandon Moreno gets it done by decision. Happy about it. But wasn't... It was a good fight. It was the best fight on the main card for sure. I don't know what got fight of the night, but that was a good fight. Main event worthy, I don't know, but it was good. And yeah. Canada sucks. But yeah, I will see you soon.